You, like me, think anything is possible. Through continuous hard work, you can achieve anything. But you're at this point where you're putting in all the work every single day and seeing absolutely nothing for it. This video will help you get clarity on what to do, how to do it, and how to trust that you are on the right path. Because you can. You've got everything you need. You just have to find it. This is called the Solomon's Paradox. So, what is it? What is the Solomon's Paradox? Solomon is a person in the Bible. He is a king. He had abundance. He was a king. He was wealthy. He had kingdoms. Everything was absolutely perfect from the outside. But on the inside, everything was falling apart. He was losing his kingdoms. He was losing all of his wealth. He was losing family. Everything was falling apart. But people would come up to him for advice, and he would give the most crazy, life-changing advice that would actually really help. But he couldn't give himself advice because everything was going wrong. But aside from the stories in the Bible, this concept is proven by studies. How? Because they got people and they removed any names from the events of those people's lives, and then got them to read their own story to themselves. Even though they didn't know they were reading about themselves, they got this person to tell that person they were reading about what they should do next. Give that person advice. And their advice was way better, it was conflicting with what the person was actually doing. And this just proves that people give better advice than they follow. Now, how does it affect you? Well, Alex Hormozy made this perfect strategy to get the best advice for himself, because there's two factors you need when looking for advice. Two main factors that need to be there. One, they must have complete context over their life, and two, they must have completely aligned incentives. The only person that has those two factors exactly the same as you is yourself. And that's when it gets interesting, because Alex asks himself for advice. More specifically, he asks his 85-year-old self. Why? Because his 85-year-old self has already achieved everything he wants to. He's done all the great things. He's wealthy, he's rich, blah, blah, blah. He's got absolute abundance. So, with knowing that, how can this help you? This is what he does, and this is what I do, and it really, really, really helps. Just get clarity and know what to do next. This is how it goes. First, he opens any document like a normal chat, and what he does is have a chat with your 85-year-old self. It's like a message, but you're both sides of the conversation, because your 85-year-old self will give you advice you truly need. It sounds crazy, but trust me, these studies have shown it to be true and effective, and it actually works, because people give better advice than they follow, and they don't even know. So just have a chat with your 85-year-old self. Put yourself in the shoes of what your 85-year-old self would think like, because your 85-year-old self probably wouldn't care about these little things that doesn't matter, that are worrying you now, but won't worry you then. They don't care about anything. They've done what they have set out to do, and that is why they are where they are. And it really helps. You just need to do this at least 1 hour every week. Alex Hormozy goes, this is the first thing he does every week. Monday morning, first thing he does, 1 hour, just has a conversation with himself, tells himself about his struggles, his worries, and I do the same. Most of the time, it's just my 85-year-old self saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It won't matter. It won't matter. Focus on this. Won't matter. Focus on this. That's it, because they don't really care. They've got everything. They've just picture what an 85-year-old would say, and what would they say in your shoes. Because this Solomon's paradox is anything you need when it comes to clarity in your life and everything like that. So my goal for this video is for you to have immense clarity on what you need to do next, what your 85-year-old self would tell you to do, and just do it without question, because that's what he or she, your 85-year-old self, would do. So just do it now, and then you'll get to where your 85-year-old self is. And my goal is, when you are 85, when I am 85, we'll look back on this video and realize that that is the reason we are where we are then. So it's really helped me. I just wanted to share it the best that I could with you, and I hope that it helps. Please be sure, if you're on a success journey like I am, grinding every single day, then join us, hit the subscribe button, like this video if you want to see more like this. And yeah, as always, see you next week. Keep crushing.